Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Delicious Budgeting. My name is Anna. We are heading out to Jersey, and of course I'm going to take you all along with us. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I focus on content such as beauty, lifestyle, and how to save money. So if you're interested, please hit the subscribe button down below. Also, let's give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to turn on notifications. Upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and just go ahead and head out to Jersey together. We are officially here in Jersey, so now we're going to go pick up our rental car. We were lucky and we got a brand new Chevy Malibu, and we were told we were the second people to drive it. It had under 400 miles and it was super nice and cozy and perfect for our trip. We finally got our rental car. It is super cold here. Thank goodness I packed some layers. So now we're gonna go eat breakfast and I'm gonna be a passenger princess this whole trip. When we first arrived, the weather was not in our favor. It was windy, rainy, and gloomy. I thought this trip was going to be a disaster and a complete waste of our time, but later on things turned in our favor and I could not have asked for a better turnout. And we're gonna eat breakfast at Cafe Lafayette. I hope I said that right. Oh my goodness, New York is like right there. I can see the Statue of Liberty, see some buildings. Very tempting to go. This cafe was only a 10-minute drive from the airport, and the customer service was a 20 out of 10. They were super nice, and this was just the perfect place to grab something before we start our day. Ernie got a bagel breakfast sandwich, and I got French toast. We're at Liberty State Park, so it is raining, but you know what? We're here. We're gonna make the best of it. And as I mentioned in my Pack With Me video, I wanted to go to the Jersey Shore store, and I called because a couple of days ago, like the phone number wasn't working, and I called and Danny picked up, and I was like, oh my God, like I was like starstruck, and I like stood quiet. I was like, hello ma'am, are you still there? I was like, and I just like totally forgot what I was saying, but the store is closed unfortunately. But he goes, we are offering the tours though, which I am like so happy right now, like to actually tour the house. So after this we're gonna head down there. It's about like an hour and a half drive, and hopefully we get to tour inside the Jersey Shore house. We literally have the whole park to ourselves. I mean, it's raining, but you know, gotta make the best of it. Our umbrellas are malfunctioning right now. This happened in London too. They're nice and compact, but if it's super windy and rainy, wouldn't recommend. It was so cool seeing the Statue of Liberty again, and also you can see Ellis Island from Liberty State Park. Ernie was complaining about the weather, and I told him a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor, and we didn't come this far just to come this far. If you're a Jersey Shore fan, you know. After we left Liberty State Park, we headed down to Seaside Heights, which was about an hour and a half drive, and the rain was coming down even more, which was crazy. And I love the sign, it was just so funny, and I could not believe that the Jersey Shore house was so close to our Airbnb. Once we arrived, I called the Shore store number and somebody met us outside. It was only $10 per person, which I thought was an amazing deal. And they said we can take as much photo and video as we like, and that we can even FaceTime family and friends. So I would highly recommend this tour if you are a Jersey Shore fan. It's just really cool to do. I couldn't believe that we were actually able to do this. So I hope you all enjoy the tour.
don't fall in love at the Jersey Shore.
Party's here. And the reason why we were laughing so hard is because one of the employees stayed inside while we toured around. So we were just saying like all the Jersey Shore phrases and he was right there. So we just thought it was pretty funny. I will go more into depth about this experience, but Danny came inside the house at the end of our tour saying he had the printer turned on if we want to grab some merch, and I got a clip of him making our hoodies, sweatpants, and shirts. We bought quite a bit, and then he was nice enough to even take a photo with us. Afterwards, we headed out to the Snooki shop. I was hoping to run into her. Unfortunately, I did not, but I did grab some merch, and the employee said if we tagged her that she would repost us, which she did. So I was beyond amazed. Within 2 hours, I got to tour the Shore House, meet Danny, shop the Shore store. We had it all to ourselves, and Snooki reposted me. And now it's time for a quick Airbnb tour. So we have the little kitchen area. This is the living room. Then we have a refrigerator, and then over here is our bedroom. I love that there's a TV right there because Ernie and I love watching TV before we go to bed. And then over here we have our restroom. We went to Heavy Reel Brewing where we shared a tangerine creamsicle and pineapple wheat beer. Both were absolutely delicious. I would highly recommend. You know me, gotta see what's up with Dollar Tree. Dollar Trees on the East Coast did not disappoint. They had some nice makeup bags. They also had these Sour Patch Kids nail polishes, and they also had this LA Colors Peachy collection. I love the Dollar Trees out here. And I have to see what's up with Home Goods. Didn't find anything at Home Goods, but there's a Marshall's in the same parking lot, and we just drove by it. It looks huge. For dinner, we ate at Beachcombers, which was featured on the show. However, it has been remodeled since then, so it does look a little bit different. It was pretty cool because we could actually see our Airbnb parking lot from here, so everything was very close by. The menu was very diverse, a lot of drink and food options, and the prices were very reasonable. I got a razzmatazz lemonade, and Ernie got the blue paradise drink, which both were very strong. And then we ordered some boneless wings, deep fried Oreos, mozzarella sticks, and chicken tenders. And let me show you all what I got from the Snooki shop. I got this oversized sweater. I think it'll look great with my Nike Dunks back home. And then this beanie and scarf set was only $18, so I thought that was an amazing deal. I can't wait to tell you all about this experience more in detail, but let me show you all what I got from the Shore store. I was debating whether or not I wanted to go with the original logo or the one that was in hot pink, but I decided to go with the original logo. So I got a hoodie. Ernie got a t-shirt that said Gym Tan Laundry, also has a Jersey Shore stamp on it. And then on the back, he put parties here, which I thought was pretty cool. And I got some matching sweatpants, and on the other side, it says GTL. So if I want to wear Ernie's shirt, I have a matching set there as well. I didn't expect to do this much shopping, but they had Nike clothing for only $10. Ernie only brought one pair of jeans, and they got soaked in the rain. So he found these Champion cargo pants for $10. And then he got a muscle tank from Nike, $10. And then I got this long sleeve Nike shirt for only $10. Sorry, everyone, it's really hard to try and film this and help Ernie out, but we got to work, so this is great if anyone else has access to your hotel room or Airbnb. It adds an extra layer of security to ensure that nobody can come in. It is bright and early in the morning. We checked out of our Airbnb and now we're gonna walk the boardwalk because yesterday it was just too rainy to do so. We arrived at the boardwalk a little bit before 9 a.m. so I understood a lot of the stores were closed. Plus I know it's during their off season, but I wanted to check out the shore store on the outside as well. But I was just so glad I was able to experience the day prior, and we got to tour the house and meet Danny. And then afterwards we checked out Spirit Coffee House where Ernie got an iced white mocha, I got an iced Ferrero Rocher coffee, and then we went to a country cafe for breakfast, got some more coffee. Ernie got the cookies and cream iced coffee, I got a salted caramel coffee, and then I got a country sampler set, and then Ernie got chicken and waffles. Okay, we're at a different Dollar Tree. They have Eco Tools and Real Technique blending sponges. We went to a different Dollar Tree and they had Real Technique blending sponges. At first I thought it was like the $5 plus section, but no, it was $1.25. Also, I did get some makeup bags that said wake up and makeup, and then I got my dad some Darth Vader socks. I love the Dollar Trees out there. They have so many great brands and products. We are back home now, so I just want to go a little bit more in depth about the trip. So a few days before we left, I was checking the weather and it was just like on and off. So some days it said it was going to rain for part of the day or it's going to be sunny. And then for the shore store on Facebook, it said it was open, but on Google, it said it was temporarily closed. And when I tried calling the number, it just wasn't going through to anyone. So I couldn't get a clear answer, but at that point, it was too late to cancel the trip. Also, my Airbnb host did inform me that the majority of these stores are closed because it's their off season, which it also makes sense why it was the cheapest time to go. Anywho, once we arrived there, the weather was definitely not in our favor. As you saw, I thought this trip was just a complete waste of time and money. If anything, we got to see Liberty State Park. We can probably get a photo outside the Jersey Shore house, and we can maybe check out a few restaurants or areas that were featured on the show. I was trying to make the best of it because we were there, we already spent the money. So when we were having breakfast, something in me just said, try calling the shore store, which I did. I was super surprised that Danny picked up and that they were offering tours. So once we got there and we're done wrapping up with the tour, Danny came inside and he goes, hey guys, I have the printers fired up if you want to get any merchandise. And I was like, oh my goodness. And Ernie swore I pointed and said, oh my God, it's Danny. I do remember saying, oh my God, it's Danny. I don't remember pointing though. Anywho, it's crazy because if you do watch a show, the outside area where they have like the bench, it's connected to the shore store. So we were able to go inside and Danny goes, I'm so sorry, I did have to close the store because we're putting in new carpet. But if you want any like Jersey Shore like sayings or logos, it's going to be on this wall. If you want like a different design, it's on this wall. And I couldn't decide between the original logo or this logo, but in hot pink. So I finally decided on this one, and then Dan goes, do you want something on the back I can put like this or that? And I was like, oh, let's do parties here because I just been saying that the whole trip. And he was really nice and very laid back. So I went up to him, I was like, hey Danny, can I take a photo with you? He goes, oh yeah, of course. He goes, I'm still working on your guys' like merchandise and still doing some things around here, but we'll definitely get that photo in. So I was like, all right, cool. And it was so cool that we got the shore store all to ourselves. We were able to get the merchandise, meet Danny, and the employees were super nice. One of them gave us the tour, and then another employee came up to me and goes, do you guys like want anything else? And I go, do you happen to have sweatpants available? She's like, oh yeah, we can totally do that. And I just wanted a Jersey Shore logo on the pocket. Another employee comes up and like weighed in his opinion. He goes, if you put Gym Tam laundry, that would be pretty cool. Also, it matched with Ernie's shirt, so I was like, oh cool, I can get like 2 sets out of this. So I was like, all right, let's do that. And then Danny was like talking to us while he's like working on our shirts and like the sweatpants. And he's like, oh, where are you guys from? What brought you guys here? And then we're talking a little bit on the show. So we're actually talking to him for quite a bit. And it was just like one-on-one, which is like really cool. He didn't seem like we were bothering him or inconveniencing the process, which I thought was just like super nice of him to do. Like he honestly didn't have to do that. And then afterwards, he's like backing up my stuff. He's like, you sure you don't want anything else? So I'm like, oh no, it's okay. And then he's like, oh yeah, let's get that photo. So he brought it back up and asked one of his employees to take a photo with us. He's like, hey, I'm glad everything worked out. And I just thought that's so cool. And then afterwards, we went to the Snooki shop, which I was hoping to run into her, but when I was leaving, the employee goes, hey, if you tag her, she'll repost you. And I didn't know she meant like tag Snooki or the Snooki shop, so I just tagged both. And she reposted me both like on her personal Instagram and on the Snooki shop Instagram. Also too, like beforehand, I was like joking with Ernie before I even called the store. I was like, oh, it'd be so funny if you like open the store for us or like let us pick something out. And that's exactly what happened and more. So I was super grateful that we're able to do that. We were just like very happy and like very shocked that all happened. I couldn't be any more grateful. This is definitely a trip I will remember, and it was actually pretty cool despite the weather. So in Seaside Heights, you know, I feel like it's definitely like a more summer vacation place. I'm sure it gets super busy during the summer, but hardly anyone was there. We never waited in line, never had to wait for a table. Parking was free since it was during their off season, and parking was super easy to find. And our Airbnb was like literally like a 4 or 5 minute walk across some beach clubbers. Like we can see our Airbnb parking lot like from the restaurant. So everything was really close by and just like very chill. Everyone was super nice out there. And we did walk the boardwalk the next morning, which all the stores were closed, but that was fine. I got to visit the shore store and meet Danny, so I was like over the moon over that. And oh my goodness, getting home was a separate story. So we first landed back in Charlotte and we had a 40-minute layover, so it was kind of tight as it is. And when we got onto the plane, it was super hot because it was blowing like hot air, so they had to fix that. And that only gave us 20 minutes to catch our flight, which it departed in 20 minutes, not boarded in 20 minutes. So I was like, I think we're gonna miss our flight, Ernie. I was looking at like other flights. There was like no more flights flying out of Charlotte to back home. And on Monday, there were like 12-hour flights, like 15-hour flights. They were just not ideal. So I was talking to the flight attendant and I showed her my flight. I was like, I have less than 20 minutes before my plane takes off. Is there any way we can be one of the first to get off? We may have a chance to make it. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll make an announcement. The announcement was never made, and I thought we had a chance because originally it was only 3 gates away, and then it updated to a different terminal. So I told Ernie, we're gonna miss our flight. It's time to get off. We had like 16 minutes, and then I had like a notification saying like 6-minute walk to terminal. I was like, oh my goodness. And I was showing people on my phone, like, it says my plane's boarding now. Is there any way I can go in front? And you know, for the most part, people were like, oh yeah, like go. Or people are like, hey, they have like a flight leaving right now. And some people were just not letting us off. So I was like, oh, we're gonna miss our flight. And so Ernie and I were booking it so hard, like our pants were literally falling down. So we're like, holding our pants up with one hand, like running with the other with like our backpacks, and like people were like moving out of the way. Like we could not miss our flight, and like we could maybe make it. And this was purely a weekend trip. We had a full days of work on Friday, caught a late flight Friday night, and then we left Sunday at 4 o'clock, and then we went to work Monday morning still. So we didn't take like any time off of work. So it was just like boom, boom, boom. So we're just like running, and then Erin goes, no, it says flight closed. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then the lady's like, no, come on, like they let me know, like you're gonna be a few minutes late. And I was like, okay, cool. And we like switched our seats last minute to the back of the plane so we can sit together. And my boarding passes weren't working, and I was just like, oh my gosh, no. She's like, it's okay, I'm gonna print you some new ones. She's like, no, go ahead. And I was like, oh my goodness, Ernie, like we made it. And we were like so out of breath, like to the point where like we're coughing, we're breathing heavy. And mind you, we only brought personal items, and we like stuffed everything we bought in there. I don't know how it all fit, but it was like pretty heavy as well. And then as we're boarding the new plane, they were making announcements like, hey guys, we're waiting for like 6 passengers, like their flight just landed, so we have like 10 minutes before we depart. We're gonna like give them a few minutes to like join us. And then people are pointing at us like, oh, there's 2 of them, and we're just like out of breath walking to the back of the plane. Overall, we had a great time in New Jersey. We created some amazing and unforgettable memories and experiences. So let me know in the comment box down below what your favorite TV show is. I would definitely love to know. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button down below. Also, give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to turn on notifications. I upload every Wednesday and Saturday, and I'll see you all in my upcoming videos. Bye, everyone.